Okay, Pete, this is Dennis Clark, the golf instructor, and I'd like to go over a couple things with you about today's lesson here. One of the things that we want to try to, well, we want to be realistic about it, right? We get to a certain point in senior golf where speed becomes an issue for all of us. There's no question about that. You can add a little speed, but never enough to be as long as we want to be. However, that's only a small part of the game. Okay, at the level you're trying to play it at. Okay, the club level, to keep up with your buddies and have a good time, that's a small part of the game. It's a big part of the game if you try and play it professionally. There's no doubt about it. Of course, they're 25, 30-year-old world-class athletes, so that's not the question. For you, though, there's a big difference in my point is that you can make a big difference in the way you're contacting the ball. Okay, so the only thing that directs a golf ball, as I explained in the lesson, is the angle the club's coming in, the squareness of the face, and the direction the club head is swinging. We call it club face, path, and angle. There are the three things that give the golf ball its marching orders, and only those. Golf ball's an inanimate object. Okay, it knows not if you will hit it or I hit it or Tiger hit it. It only knows those three things. So what I try to do in the senior community here is I'm always trying to find ways for you guys to play a little better within the framework of your existing swing. Okay, I can't change your whole golf swing. Okay, our bodies change, we age, we lose flexibility, muscle mass, but we can correct the mechanics. No matter if you're 82 or 102, you can correct the mechanics. And that's what I'm going to try to help you do. Okay. So let's look at this. This is in one session. There you are in our beginning. Here we are here at, when were you on the book here today? 10 o'clock, right? (10 a.m.) and here is about 10:15. How's that for freehand? Pretty good. 15 minutes later, when it pointed out what to do, you have the club in a position to deliver it more directly into the ball. That position on the left is a tough place to get back to the ball from. You've got to do a lot of rerouting of the club from there. Because at the point where your hands are, your club should be parallel to the line you want the ball to fly on. And your club on the right picture here is. Your club on the left picture is way out of the... way off of the, what we call the plane. Now look at you, okay? 50 degrees, 77 degrees, 20 minutes later. You see, so my point is, you've got a lot of room for improvement. It doesn't matter. I know I can't make you younger, but I sure can put you in a position where you can get the golf ball to the club better. And that's what we're going to try to do, okay? So you take it up here, and you want to approach the ball from inside. Now here is an example of, as we age, our swings get shorter. I know I have those old VHS tapes, those things that were done on a big camera, back when I was in college. And my hands were way up in the air. And nowadays they barely reach my shoulder. So that's just a function of aging. Your swing gets shorter. But it still has to come inside the ball. Now, if that's not better, then you don't like apple pie and ice cream. Inside, more direct hit onto the golf ball. Outside, wiping hit across the golf ball. Now, here's what happens. If the club's coming from out here, this makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, I talked to you before about club face, path, and angle. Well, in the path issue, if it's coming from out here and going that way, if you do hit it with a square face, where's it going to go? It's going to keep going that way. But very often, the face gets open relative to the path, and then we hit a weak cut shot, which is kind of playable. But we can't afford to do that when we lose speed. We need to draw everything. I play everything with a draw now. I only can hit a draw from inside. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is as you come through the ball, we want to stay in the shot, not pop up out of it, and we want to release the hands. Roll them over through the ball. Left palm up, right palm down. Pronation, supination. That you can do from inside the ball. You can't do it from out here. You got to hold on to it and cut across it. Now this, right now, feeling more comfortable to you, I'm sure, because you've been doing it this way for a long time, but I'm gradually going to get you to get off this back foot and get your hands released so you can come through it. You hit a couple good solid draws today, and that would be my goal for you, is to just keep working the club back, and even your through swing here a lot better, So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Get your swing inside and get the club flatter coming down. Turn, release the hands. Turn, release the hands. There's no reason you can't get to the golf ball there from that position squarely. You can start rolling those hands as early as you want. And then come through it, release the club head. Now watch what happens. See where you are at the end? If this was an age thing, or if this was a physically I can't do this thing, then how did you get here at the end? Right? If you couldn't do it at all, you wouldn't be over on that left side now. All you got to do is get there a little bit earlier through the impact. Right? Okay. Turn, keep it inside, release your hands, and get through the ball. All right, my friend, that's it. It was good working with you. Nice meeting you. You did really, really well. I've done this lesson many times over the years, and I think you adjusted to it about as well as anybody I saw pretty quickly. Now, of course you're not going to get good results all the time yet, because you're not used to coming, you're not familiar with coming from this direction yet, but you'll get it. All right, have a happy holiday. I'll see you soon.